Welcome to Zoom Basics. What I want to show you now are the basic settings that come with Zoom. Let's begin with meetings settings. Click on meetings, and what happens, it opens your meeting options and gives you all your upcoming meetings, as you can see, and then all your previous meetings, your personal room if you do have one, and if you've set up meeting templates, it will give you the meeting templates. So for all your upcoming meetings, you can go into each, you can start the meeting, you can edit the meeting, you can delete an upcoming meeting, and you also have an option to schedule a meeting right here under meetings, which works the same way as the option that I showed you earlier in schedule a meeting. So all your meeting options are here. The next option that I want to show you, menu item, is the recordings. When there are recordings that you have recorded, they also show in this recording. When you start a recording, it asks you if you want to record it in the cloud or on your local computer. So all the cloud recordings are listed here. You can search for recordings using meeting ID or using the date of the meeting. The local recordings also appear on there. So that's it to do with meeting recordings. And then the other option are settings, Zoom settings. This is a very useful feature that will allow you to set up your Zoom. If you haven't already done that, I would advise you to go into that and start your Zoom settings. So you can set your security, set how you schedule meetings, the basic settings of meetings and advanced settings, email notifications and other settings, and so on. You can also go into the settings of recordings, how they will be, and if you're using a telephone, settings of your telephone. But let's do the meetings settings. As you can tell, there are a number of settings that you will need to read through and understand so that you can put them on or off as you so desire. There are a few that I want you to note. First, meeting passcode. For every meeting that you set, should it come preset with a passcode, or do you want all your meetings to start off without the need for a password? That's where you set it. And then how to schedule meetings. The host video, must it be on or off? You can set this automatically. The participants' videos, should they be on or off? You can set it here. You can always change it when you set each individual meeting, but what you set here will be the default when you start scheduling a meeting. The audio type, and then you can allow participants to join the meeting before the host arrives. I normally like setting this on so that if I'm late to a meeting, the participants can already come into the meeting and maybe just have a talk or chat with one another as they wait for me. I normally am not late, but just in case. And it's also useful if you want to set meetings that you don't have to be there for the meeting. So the participants can join the meeting and start off their meeting without you, and they can join before the meeting. As you can tell, you can also set the time for when they are allowed to join the meeting before the host comes on. More options. You can set reminders. Should the reminder be automatic? Chat. Allow meeting participants to send messages visible to all participants or only to the host. You can set that here. Private chat. Participants can chat by themselves away from the main meeting. We can set that here. There are more options, so just take note of all the options, read through each option, and set it on or off as you would like. And then here's another option for virtual backgrounds. Do you want to allow for your meetings to allow the participants to change their own background or not? And you can add more backgrounds as you want to make available to the participants. So there are quite a number of options. Just take your time and go through each one and set each one on or off as you so desire. Take note also that for some options you may have to save it, to save the individual option before you go on to the next option. So take note of that and save as you are required to. So that's the meeting settings